Welcome. Today we're going to discuss the technique Twisted Rud, its execution, some of the things that you should know about its execution, and things that can go wrong and how to fix them in the middle of the technique. So let's talk about the ideal phase. The ideal phase is for a gun from the front, just like we did capturing or defying the rod, but we're going to be going to the outside. Now keep in mind in Long 6, we do this the long version, which is from behind at the right rear flank, and that's to pick up our broken rod that we did with the elbow. But if it's higher, how we would do it with the hand, and again, instead of going down at the 45, if you notice, I'm now coming up at the 45. So keep in mind, but we're going to be sticking to the ideal phase, which would be from the front. So like we mentioned in some of our other videos, there's reasons why we do techniques. We have to or we want to. One of our other gun techniques I was talking about, if they're asking you for money, your keys, give them anything that they want. It's not worth your life. They want one of my kids. That's not going to happen. Now we have to engage. So keep in mind what I said. I have my kid, and he's here. I cannot do this, right? I'm endangering his life. Talking about a friend you don't like, yeah, that's fine. You go this way. But all joking aside, I now have to go the opposite direction, right? I got to protect him as well. So the idea is to go to the outside. So keep in mind what we're doing again. We're going to move us and them. It's not just enough to try to move the gun out of the way. I got to move me out of the way. So we're going to do it simultaneously, and then again, margin for error. Same thing we did on the inside, where I wanted to get that margin for error on the wrist so that I'm not too high where he can turn it or too far where he can slide it. I want to do the same thing on the outside. I want to be at the wrist so he can't turn it towards me, and then immediately start controlling it. So from here, I'm going to establish my base, talk about the slice. Remember, typically we turn our hand for torque and backup mass to align the fingers. We don't want to do that here because it's adding extra rotation to the hand and then more chances of making a mistake. It's sophisticated. So what you want to do is just continue to go, get to the eyes, keeping this elbow anchored. Remember, don't keep it above because then we're back into a fight. So the idea is to move out of the way and control the gun immediately. So if we turn around now, you'll see that I'm controlling the gun just like we did capturing, but on the outside of the hand. If I needed to, I can add my forearm. So the thing that can go wrong here is I want to do this elbow to his face, and if you notice what I just did is I put my arm in front of the weapon. I want the face to think the elbow's going to hit him with the gun to his face. Remember, once we divert the gun, I don't ever want it pointing at me again. So I hit. This is kind of like flashing maze, where we hit and then step to continue. I want to do the same thing here, just like we don't do in broken rod where we spin in the air. I don't want to be stepping while I'm striking with the elbow. I'm in a base, boom, I hit him. Once I hit him, I can continue to step through and rotate him down so I can control him on the floor. So we're going to turn real quick so you guys can see. Once he falls down, I'm controlling the elbow with my knee and his wrist, just like we did in defying the rod where I had the wrist and the elbow with my hand. We're now doing that with the hand and the elbow. This is another way of thinking of third handing, like we did in broken rod, but I'm using my foot or my leg and my arm. So once we get to this position, I'm going to do my shovel kick. I hit with the ball, then the heel. That goes right to the ribs. 1, 2. Get lined so I can drop my heel on his clavicle. Obviously, I'm not landing on his clavicle because it hurts and I weigh a lot, so I'm purposely missing. Foot maneuvers are done as needed, so if I need to adjust, so I can drop my knee on his throat, forefinger poke to the eyes. At no point am I letting, let's spin you this way. At no point through this should you be allowing the gun to start pointing at you. So the gun, I'm still controlling it, is pointing away from me at all times. I now strip the gun. We're going to do the opposite of what we did in defying, where we went out, in, or in, out. Now we're going to go out, in, clear the leg, and get ready. So let's do it one more time. We'll do it in this direction. Again, we're going to go to the outside, move me and him, slice, control, hit with a base, step through, take him down, control, 1, 2, drop, plant, strip, out, in, clear, cover, cock, load, and cover out. So we'll do it one more time, a little bit quicker without the execution, or explanation rather. We are going to do the execution. We hope this video helps you. Thank you very much.